Hello, it's the Euros. These are the European papers. Not sure what those are, but these are brimful and bursting with continental coverage of the first round of group matches. Our top story, of course, anarchy in the Ukraine after their inaugural thumping of the Swedes on Monday night. No one gave Ukraine much of a chance in this tournament, but in the words of the song, they've got an old-blown Sheva and a place of their own. And on Monday night at the Olympic Stadium, he proved the hero. Sheva, Sheva, sing Ukraine, says the Sugodnya, one of the country's top-selling tabloids, looking appropriately blurry. The next morning, 2 chances for Sheva, both put away as firmly as an opposition leader. And while Sweden's papers were left to go big on Erik Hamren's outburst in the dressing room, calling his Swedish players cowards, Ukraine's Sugodnya revels in the moment. There it is, says the editorial. What seemed like a dream has become reality. 2.5 years without a proper game, but we start with a win and we're now top of the group. Paper warns it's going to get tougher, but that's for later. Well, it may not get as tough as they think, though, because their next opponents are France, who looked rather disappointing in Monday's other game, the 1-1 draw with England. Second half performance in particular that was as forgettable as David Cameron's daughter, and mixed reviews for them after that back home in France. Aujourd'hui reckon there is cause for hope, but L'Equipe say it's a long time since we've seen a game from France at a finals so devoid of passion, rhythm and quality. Well, 2 years actually, but go on. Why was it so bad? Well, because of the heat and because of the English. Boring England, as indeed L'Equipe titled their article. They're well organised, says L'Equipe, but cette équipe est ennuyeuse. I thought the French liked their ennuyeuse. Well, the team that, of course, is generally described as well organised but rather boring are Italy, who the very previous day had themselves a 1-1 against the Spanish, of course. An unexpected result, this, for the Italians, and it's not always you can say that, and one which delighted the press back home in the peninsula. If I can just find them here. Corriere dello Sport. Yes, Italy, you are beautiful. Totò Di Natale there, their goal scorer. Hey, we're in the reckoning too, say Tuttosport, and somewhere in here, Gazzetta dello Sport. Bell'Italia, that's the way we want you. Where were we 2 years ago, says the editorial? Spain were on top of the world. We were out on our asses against Slovakia. Now, though, we can look them in the eye. Well, Spanish press rather less blown away by this encounter, grumbling above all about Del Bosque's decision not to use a striker but a false 9 instead. It's a false Spain, says Estadio Deportivo. Marca, meanwhile, says perdonamos demasiado, we let them off the hook. But As here say, don't despair, patience. That's what the World Cup win was made of. For Spain, remember, making a goal is like making fire with 2 dry branches. It takes time. Well, of course, it's usually quicker if you try striking with your matches, but that's all by the by. Says As, don't rule out meeting Italy again in the final. Well, let's finish off then with the other big story from the first round of matches, and it was Denmark's 1-0 win over the Netherlands, a game that was summed up memorably by the Belgian website Sportsen as Egoland 0, Legoland 1. The Danish performance so deadly you half expected Sarah Lund to be doing the match report, and here's how Extra Bladet hailed it the next day. Crown the king, they say. Delhi is Delhi. Beautiful, in fact. Cronaldo. They call him inside, the editorial reading Schneider, Van Persie, Robben, Affele, Hundelaar, Van der Vaart, Kout, a star bouquet of Dutch tulips with their petals peeled off one by one by the Vikings without fear. The Netherlands had no force left and they staggered off like they'd been in a coffee shop in Amsterdam. It's rather blunt. Of course, another reading of the match is that Denmark actually won because Robin van Persie had a bit of a mare, but don't tell the Dutch that. They're far too busy, staggering round indeed with their head in their hands, or heads. There you are, some of them there. Another couple here. My favourite picture here in the Belgian paper, Gazette van Antwerpen. Terrific stuff. It's all Van Marwijk's fault, according to these papers. What Bert has to do to rescue the European Championships against Germany, asks the Het Nieuwsblad. It's very simple. Bring back Van Huntelaar and lose the 2 holding midfielders, as their editorial puts it. Football is simple, but simple football, exactly, it is difficult. And on that note, that's where we'll come to the end of our European paper review. There's more to come in the days to follow, so make sure you stay tuned and we'll see you soon.